It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good carry and pickup for a 1st down there by David Johnson. And he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle. But back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans would be happy to see that guy all year long.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Get the fuck out of here.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So a pretty
Come on, man. Pumped up.
start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Yellow. Mine's 50. Mine's 50. Here we go, D. Check 99. Check 99. Correct.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
God
and it's
dang.
intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Texans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dance. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down, Houston.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 61 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
That ties the game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he returns this to the 22.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Texans 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Watson a give. This is Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 31.
For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. The Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory. First down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks.
First down.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
God damn it.
An opening, and there he goes. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, 60 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and goal at the...
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Houston.
What are you doing?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Watson. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense this past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
I'm astonished.
This is it. 19.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Texans 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. About 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again is Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Armani Watts. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. These two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City, Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and a Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
That's good.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Mahomes again. A screen to Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Bell, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go to Johnson again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, man, just play that shit down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Armani Watts. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And it's
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He gives it left side to Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
4 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Johnson, the ball carrier. Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 4.
From the 41, Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC.
17.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson on target here to Fuller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Texans first down.
Now Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Watson's pass.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans cut into that lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that's caught inside
we
the
got
35.
plenty of fight, baby.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Chiefs 45. Texans.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's got a first down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Texans.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
First and goal.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill.
Dude,
and
what
intercepted.
the
Maybe
fuck?
the turning point they need. It's the
Like
former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
I didn't hit my stick.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Finding fouls complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Watson looks to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
makes
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score.